gentlemen, boys and girls, to this afternoon's soccer game between the Lakeland College Rustlers and your NWP Wolves. Firstly, Northwestern Polytechnic would like to acknowledge that our campuses are located on Treaty 8 territory, the ancestral and present-day home to many diverse First Nations, Métis, and Inuit people. We are grateful to work, live, and learn on the traditional territory of Duncan's First Nation, Horse Lake First Nation, and Sturgeon Lake Cree Nation, the original caretakers of this land. We acknowledge its history, and we are thankful for the opportunity to walk together in friendship, where we will encourage and promote positive change for both present and future generations.
This year, our NWP and Grande Prairie soccer community experienced a profound loss with the passing of our beloved goalie coach, colleague, and dear friend, Aaron Tiller. His absence has been deeply felt by everyone, players, coaches, and all who had the privilege of working with him. Aaron was not just a coach, he was a source of inspiration, a mentor, and a friend to us all. Aaron's passion for the game and his unwavering commitment to our program brought an energy that was truly unmatched. Throughout preseason and the start of this season, though Aaron is no longer with us, his absence has been deeply felt, and his influence remains present in every practice, every drill, and every conversation about the game. His laugh, so infectious and unique, still echoes in our hearts, reminding us of the joy he brought to every moment on and off the field. At this time, I would like to invite everyone to take a moment of silence to honor an incredible Wolf, Aaron Tiller. May his spirit, laughter, and love for soccer always be remembered and cherished. Thank you.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, we invite you to please join us in standing and removing your hats for the singing of our national anthem. Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north strong and free. From far and wide, O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. And now, ladies and gentlemen, here are the starting lineups for this afternoon's matchup. First, for the visiting Lakeland College Rustlers, striker number 5, Joshua Mallon. In the midfield, number 6, Miguel Label Piloto. Fullback, number 9, Tyson Wagner. Winger, number 10, Nathan Tran. Striker, number 11, Yasin Hassan. Defender, number 12, Gavin Quinlan. Center back, number 17, Jonah Elliott. Fullback, number 19, Eric Jansen Roth. Midfield, number 20, Ben Tao. Center back, number 27, Jack Money. And the goalkeeper, number 1, Jack Shan. The head coach is Kevin Wagner with assistant coach Wendy Wagner. And now, ladies and gentlemen, here's the starting lineup for your Northwestern Polytechnic Wolves. Left back from Grande Prairie, Alberta, number 6, Logan
Welcome,
Reed.
ladies and gentlemen, to this afternoon's
midfield
soccer
for
games
Edmonton,
between
Alberta,
the
number
Lakeland
7,
College Rustlers and your
Ivan
NWP
Romanchuk.
Wolves. It's going to be an
Also
exciting
in the
time.
midfield out of Grande
These
Prairie, Alberta,
are the
number
first
8,
games. The women play first.
Whitby.
This is the second game
In the
ever played
midfield
on the
from
new
Fort St.
field
John,
here at
number 9,
NWP.
Bennett
So
Penalty.
they did a complete review, or getting out of the old
Number
field
10,
and
Pedro
put in an irrigation system and put in the new grass, and it's just
Number 13,
fantastic.
Rafael
So
Duarte.
the players are going to have a really enjoyable pitch to play on, and they will undoubtedly give you a tremendous amount of joy in watching them. First of all, Northwestern Polytechnic acknowledges that our campuses are located on Treaty 8 territory, the ancestral and present-day home to many diverse First Nations, Métis, and Inuit people. We are grateful to work, live, and learn on the traditional territory of Duncan's First Nation, Forest Lake First Nation, and Sturgeon Lake Cree Nation, who are the original caretakers of this land. We acknowledge the history of this land, and we are thankful for the opportunity to walk together in friendship, where we will encourage and promote positive change for present and future generations. We are also recognizing today the loss of a tremendous wolf. Aaron Tiller was the goalkeeping coach for many years. He was involved with different sports. He was involved with volleyball, and he is a guy that right now is sorely missed by the Wolves. And he left this earth way too early last year, and so we were happy to provide a tribute to him. We did it in the women's game, and then again we did it here in the men's game. And I'll read you out the tribute that was set up by Coach David Rojas in reference to Aaron Tiller. We'll do that momentarily. And then what I also want to make sure that we can do is tell you who the starters are. They've already been introduced, and yes, they're going. And I'm going to tell you right now that it's very difficult to see the numbers on the players, and so I may not get some of them correct, but at least this way it's been done. And here goes, and that goes way over. But a good play by the Rustlers, and it's always that thing about make sure that when you get close to that goal, you take the shot. The wind is coming in from primarily the west, a little bit of the south. We have a smoke issue, and so the officials are watching it closely. And with the women's game, we had to stop it after 60 minutes. The women's game was the Rustlers defeated the Wolves 4-1, and so we're just going to play with this one and see how it is. They certainly do want to play the game, but it's the health of the players is paramount in reference to getting things done. Tomorrow's games, actually, because of the smoke situation, are being switched to 10 and noon. So the women will play tomorrow at 10 and the men at noon. Now, I'm going to do my very best to get through the starting lineups of both teams, and first of all, for the Rustlers. And I have to apologize right away that I don't necessarily give the pronunciations as they perhaps should be, given my best shot. But the nice thing for you is that those that are in attendance, my son is the PA announcer, and he sings in a number of different languages, and he really can get the pronunciations correct. So the folks that are here, that's going to be done. So anyway, here we go. Goalkeeper number 1, Jack Shand. Striker number 5, Joshua Mallon. Midfielder number 6, Miguel Labelle-Bilodeau. Fullback number 9, Tyson Wagner. Winger number 10, Nathan Tran. Striker number 11, Yasin Hassan. Defender number 12, Gavin Quinlan. Center back number 17, Jonah Elliott. Fullback number 19, Eric Jensen Roth. Midfielder number 20, Ben Tao. And center back number 27, Jack Money. And the head coach is Kevin Wagner, and the assistant coach is Wendy Wagner. So that is your starting lineup for the Rustlers, and we'll keep you apprised if and when there are substitutions that are made. And if goals are scored, especially with numbers as they are, we usually wait until we get the official word. Oh, there's a nice shot there on goal saved by the goalie. And so that went out of bounds before he could actually get to it. So it's going to be a goal kick. And we're going to see some, like I mentioned, some really good action. Here now, and I hope I've got this one right, and we've made some changes. The starting lineup for your NWP Wolves. Left back from Grande Prairie, Alberta, number 6, Logan Reed. Midfielder from Edmonton, Alberta, number 7, Ivan Romanchuk. Midfielder from Grande Prairie, Alberta, number 8, Sean Whitby. midfielder from Fort St. John, BC, number 9, Maddox Balfi. Right wing from Salvador, Brazil, number 10, Pedro Schindler. Midfielder from Santos, Brazil, number 13, Rafael Duarte. And the keeper is number 1, Evan Dirksen. And we also have right back from Edmonton, Alberta, number 14, Espoir Salamani. Right back from Fort St. John, BC, number 15, Andrew Jackson. Right wing from Edmonton, Alberta, number 17, Bernard Paddyfoot. And right wing from Grande Prairie, Alberta, number 21, Bara Alsla. So that is the crew. The head coach is David Rojas. Assistant coaches are Scott Fraser and Jintai Jins. Both David and Scott are Wolves alumni, and I tell you, if you had a chance to watch those two guys play, it was outstanding. David has tremendous ability of handling the ball and making things happen. It was just a joy to watch him play. Scott was just a solid guy. I always felt safe when Scott was out on the field. So we welcome the two of them. Here's now a little run and race towards the ball. The speed of these players, I tell you, it's really quite something. They're very athletic individuals out on the pitch on both sides of the ball. And that looks like it's going to go to the Wolves. And the Wolves are getting set to get that ball back down the field. And the ball goes up. You see a little bit of the action from the wind. The wind, like I said, is coming from the south and the west. And so in some cases, sometimes it's really non-existent. And other cases, it's right there. So there could be different little things that you'll see from one side of the field to the other. Well, I was going to go and get that, but my cable doesn't go that far. But we're going to get that ball. Well, they just switched up, so we're good. Now, I mentioned that we did a tribute to Aaron Tiller, just a fantastic gentleman, a really good friend, very passionate about the game of soccer and sport. And there's a tribute that we read out to the crowd, so this is the tribute. This one is being done by David Rojas, was the one who put this together. Coach Kat Ridgway has also been involved with putting tributes together. So both of them have done just an outstanding job of putting together something that gives you an idea about who this outstanding individual Aaron Tiller was. So here is the tribute. This year, our NWP and Grande Prairie soccer community experienced a profound loss with the passing of our beloved goalie coach, colleague, and dear friend, Aaron Tiller. His absence has been deeply felt by everyone, players, coaches, and all who had the privilege of working with him. Aaron was not just a coach. He was a source of inspiration, a mentor, and a friend to us all. Aaron's passion for the game and his unwavering commitment to our program brought in energy that was truly unmatched. Throughout the preseason and the start of this season, though Aaron is no longer with us, his absence has been deeply felt, and his influence remains present in every practice, every drill, and every conversation about the game. His laugh, so infectious and unique, still echoes in our hearts, reminding us of the joy he brought to every moment on and off the field. And we did have a moment of silence to honor an incredible Wolf, Aaron Tiller. May his spirit, laughter, and love for soccer always be remembered and cherished. So all of our best to Aaron's family, and we thank Aaron, as we know he's up there watching us, for all he has done and for our soccer program, and for all he's done in reference to even the sport community here in Grande Prairie. It was amazing to watch him do things. I had the privilege of watching him coaching his own family, and it just he's so intense, so positive. It was just a joy. We need more Aaron Tillers in this world. So thank you very much, everybody, for their assistance in making this tribute to Aaron Tiller come alive. And now we're back to the game. And I'm just looking for my sheets to make sure I get the right players noted. I want to thank Phil for doing the filming of the game. he has to stand up on the stand, and he has to, a little bit more wind blows on him. So he has to stand a little more solid and grab onto those guardrails. Here comes now the Wolves. And some of the things that are really nice about a really well-played game of soccer is the positioning that goes into play and then the passing. This is a big field. And so the better that the teams can position themselves and keep as much of that field in play, the better off it is in reference to making a good offensive drive or a good defensive position. So it's really, there it's protected there by the defender, and it looks like we're going to have. It looks like it's going to be a corner kick. And so the Wolves are going to get all set up on the offensive side of things to try to get that ball off the kick and put it into the goal. And on the other side of it, the Rustlers are going to do everything to prevent that from occurring and get a piece of that ball and knock it away. That goes long, and it's out of bounds, and it's going over to the Rustlers. So there's that little bit of that wind that just picks up, and it's not all the time. Like right now, it's not so bad, but you can just see that ball sail a little bit more, and it's going to go from the west to the east. So predominantly, Grande Prairie gets wind from the west. So here are the Rustlers, and they're putting up. There's the play. They're getting things set. They're not afraid to go back and forth. A little give and goes, just to keep things open and trying to get that in that position for a good shot on goal. Oh, he's calling. Oh, he's putting it on the gun. Okay, there's a little bit of a push. And so he's making the players back up to the 10 yards. And there's going to be a free kick by the Rustlers. Al Jaworski is the man in the middle on the official side of things. Oh, a nice header there by the Wolves to get that out of play. And as they try to break up, they're just a little bit behind, but they're making their moves. There, gets that ball going, trying to get it up through the defense to get it to the Wolves to see if he can get a shot on, but wasn't able to connect on that one. And the Rustlers now have the play. And here it's coming down to Nathan Tran's got it. He's coming up on the left wing, cuts back inside, comes into one of the Wolves there, takes the ball away. And there's a nice little play there. There's a nice little play there by the Wolves and a good defensive play by the Rustlers. And so here's some nifty footwork going on both sides. Oh, there it goes. He's still going with the ball. He's got it. He sends it inside and goes right into Evan Dirksen. Evan had a great year last year in the net for the Wolves, and we wish him all the best in this coming year. And the ball's back into the defense, and he's looking up to see where, and that's Al-Slada's got the ball, and he's being checked there by the Rustlers, and pushes it up forward, and that's into number 7. That's Edgar Schuyler. No, that's wrong. Number 7 for the Wolves is Ivan Romanchuk. Gets it back here to number 9, Maddox Palfy. He sends that over into the far side, trying to get control of it. Oh. And that must have gone out. It's going to be a goal kick. No, it looks like it's a free kick. So that ball, again, when you saw that, I don't know if you can tell by the angle, but the way that ball was going, and it made that slight curve. Like, I know they can curve the balls, but when you get the wind going, then it brings it further than you had really anticipated it. So a nice play by the Wolves and good defensive play by the Rustlers. Here they go. Here's that part of it, sending that one out. We saw a lot of that done very well in the women's game by the Rustlers to be able to headman that ball. Here we go. And, he's got him on an offside call, so it's coming back. So that was close, though, but a nice play. The thing with it is that if you can get that the striker or one of those forwards up, and then you can get that ball up and they're going to take off to it. These guys are so quick, so fast that they can really put on a lot of pressure on the opposition. And so if you can get that little breakaway going, it makes it that much better. Here's a shot that going up. There we go on the way. Oh, and just missed that one. Just a little bit behind. So then it's like that was just behind Ivan Romanchuk. And so here come the Rustlers. But that was, it's nice to see the plays. Now, you got to remember that this is early. This is September the 7th we're playing this game. Nicely done by the goalie up to his defender. But they haven't had a chance to play a lot together. There's been some preseason games, but it's not quite like when you're doing basketball and volleyball and you start training in the last part of August and the first part of September. And we got another free kick coming up. So he's being told to back up. I tell you, the soccer players take advantage of every little bit that they can. So, but I was saying, they get, and they don't start until mid-October or the latter part of October. So they get lots of good check there by the Wolves, number 8, Sean Whitby. But here in soccer, like students are working usually during the summer and they're trying to make their money. And so they don't get a lot of time to get together, so that they're really rushing and trying to get as many practices in as they can so they get used to each other. Here's Ivan Romanchuk. Waits for his players to get onside with them, and in they go now with a nice little play. Here he comes. Oh, I thought he was going to try to kick that. He couldn't quite get it ready. There's the kick. And right to the goalie, and nice save. So, Jack Shand is the goalie for the Rustlers, and he's been just standing right in there. So there's some good plays done by the Wolves, not quite being able to finish them off. And these guys, I tell you, there's just no slowing down. The speed at which they go, I'm always impressed with, and I really do like this. Like, there's that give and go stuff. And it gets the ball going down, and the Wolves just knock it out of bounds. But it's just that when you have that play working, it gets you into your opposition's end. And the more that you can do that, the more pressure that you can put on to the defensive team, to your opposition. So here's a nice shot. Oh, that's gone way up and over. So good thing we have that high fence there. There's been just a couple of them that they put up and over that way. The thing I do like about it is taking the shot. There's a shot to be made, and you never know what's going to happen. In some cases, it's just a matter of it just the ball goes up. There's perhaps even a rebound or a deflection. You just never know what's going to happen. So it just take the shot. Make it. They used to tell us when you're going to take the shot, make sure it's the right shot, and then do it. Oh, a little bit. They're both down and up. Boy, they're quick. A little gymnastic move there. That's intercepted by the Wolves and sent it down, but that's caught there by the Rustlers, who sent it out of bounds. So it's going to be a throw in for the Wolves on the far sideline. Now, the other thing that I don't have is I keep forgetting to check to see when the game started, so I know how much time is left. I have no idea. So we'll wait until we get word from some of the others as to how much time is left. And there's that ball that goes down and nicely set up. Oh, there. Some good defensive moves by the Wolves. Oop, there, it's going to go the other way. In reference to protecting, you got to protect the net. And there they go. They've got the team's on the move now after that free kick. And now look at that ball as it just kind of hangs up. Nicely done by the Rustlers defender. And that one I thought was going to go back to the goalie, but it's punched out by the Wolves. Boy, I can't even keep up. It's just they're bing bong bing. It's just they're doing such really good passing. It's nice that it's like the one touch pass that's being made, and the thing with it, it becomes very difficult to defend. Just like I said, this is a big field, and that ball can move around, and it's you have to really watch your positioning on offense and defense and take advantage of anything that you can. And when it's not there, having the patience and the experience to know that you just send it back, and here it comes. Oh, now they're getting things ready. Oh, now there was a little hesitation on things, and then finally they got it back, and it's going over onto the left side of the field. And the guys are adjusting. It's, that same thing is that when you can get that movement back and forth from one side of the field to the other, it creates opportunities. Now, it's a long way for the ball to go in many cases when it's kicked, and when you have a wind that we're battling with right now, it makes it just a little bit more difficult, but you got to keep going with it. So there's the kick that's come in, and it's picked up by Evan Dirksen, and sending it up the field now. They're positioning things, getting ready. A little bit of give and go action going on. Nice move there. Unfortunately got double teamed and lost it, but Wolves pick it up again and send it down to the side. Unfortunately, the ball went in one direction, the player was going in the other one, so couldn't quite connect on that one. That ball again gets hung up, but a good header. Another good header. I must admit, when I see the players heading the ball, I think of Kamal Baines, who was coaching the Wolves a number of years back, and he had one of the best headers I've seen, and the power that he generated was absolutely unbelievable. And that one just goes outside, but another good example of, you got a shot, you take that shot. So it's going to be a goal kick for the Wolves off that shot. And this wind is picking up a little bit. It's gusting up a little, so it creates a little bit of a negative for the teams, but just everybody's the same. You got to just play with it as it comes. Nice kick there by Evan Dirksen. Good. Look at that. Well done. So then they're playing there. So the Rustlers are really doing their best to defend. And they keep that ball in play, gets it back out to a further defender. That's intercepted, and then, there goes the shot. Jack Shad makes that save. But it's nice to have a shot on goal and keep applying some of the pressure. While we're doing some of it, here we are. This is being taken over by the Wolves and gets back to Evan Dirksen, the goalie, who sends it up. One of the things that's coming up is the President's Ball, which will take place on October the 19th. It's going to take place at the Terra Center. It's always an outstanding event. This year's theme is black and white. And play on. And so it's always an outstanding event. It's been on for a number of years. So if you can, please plan to attend. You can get more information at nwp.me/ball. October the 19th at the Terra Center. So get your friends together, your business associates, and attend a very entertaining and wonderful evening. There's a good play. And I think that was, the ball actually went out of bounds, but I was going to say, boy, that was a nice play on the part of the Rustlers to turn that around and get it back out in front of the goal. But as it is, it's a goal kick. And we take things from there. So, President's Ball, October the 19th. Our new president, Dr. Vanessa Shane, will be in attendance, and she does a tremendous amount of good for our college. She's a former Wolves basketball player, and she's brought in some really exciting programs already, and we look forward to the college continuing, moving forward and upwards. And she's actually in attendance here today watching these first games of the season. of our basketball coaches is here. His kids, I thought he's got some goodies. I thought he was bringing them to me, but it's for the kids. Oh man, I tell you, I'll have to get my name in the hat on some of those things. All right, here we go. So I think I've said hello to the Lakeland College folks who are watching the game. Hope you're enjoying the telecast that we present. It's not quite the normal ACAC process that we do for basketball and volleyball, but we're playing around with this. We want to be able to give this action as it happens, and we'll get that process getting better and better and better. The only thing difficult for you is that you have to listen to me. But anyway, we'll try to make it as fun as we possibly can. Oh, there's a nice little play. And the other thing, too, is it's a little bit easier when you're inside the gym for basketball and volleyball, but it doesn't matter. Being out here on this field and watching this, the teams play is really a joy. I must admit I have a lot of fun. Those folks from Lakeland, please, if you can remember, when you see my good friend Al Rogan, he's an outstanding director of athletics, and he has done not only Lakeland College good work, he's done very good work for the ACAC as well. And when I was still involved and on that board, then Al was one of the guys that you would just sit down and have a chat with, because he's got such tremendous knowledge of how things are and how they go. And I know I took a stint there as that's gone out as the president, and Al was one of the fellas that I really did appreciate his feedback, his input, and his just support. It was really good to work with Al. I call him the legend. He developed a volleyball schedule that was used for many years, and it was called the Rogan schedule. So I think, well, that's deserving enough. It was a really good schedule. It was really enjoyed and appreciated by the coaches and the players. And so all you folks there in Lloydminster, make sure that when you see Al, give him a pat in the back and give him a word of thanks for all the good work that he's done and it continues to do in developing the Lakeland College Rustlers athletic program. So hello, Al, and all the rest of the crew. Here we go. And they're reversing the ball now. Coming up the center, taking a look to see who can get to. Oh, I thought he was going to go the other way. Okay, the play is continuing. I do like the call, the no call Al Jaworski made on that one, because play was carrying on. It didn't affect the play. So in some cases, you want them to carry on with their play, provide them with the opportunity to finish off if it's an offensive play, to do their best to finish it off. So, and it keeps the game going a little bit more. So almost squeezed it down the line there, but it's going to go to a throw-in for the Rustlers. Here comes that. They step up in front of it, and the Wolves get the ball, trying to get it back so that they can reset and reorganize and get back to it. And I believe I even hear Jack yelling out. I find that when you get there, that's going to go right over to the Rustlers. But when you find the goalies have such a view of the entire field that they are ones that can really give their teammates directions on what's happening, where to go, and because in many cases you're playing with your back to the rest of the play. So it's nice to hear them helping out, giving some directions and instructions to their teammates. Here's a reversal now by the Rustlers going over to the far side of the field. And the ball was intercepted and then kicked out of bounds by the Rustlers, and it's going to be the throw-in by the Wolves on the far side. Another event that's coming up, September 2021, is the Howlers Cup. So the Wolves have a volleyball tournament that's been done for years and years and years, and so this year it's September 2021. Senior high school boys, senior high school girls, grade 9 boys, grade 9 girls, and then grade 7 and 8 boys and girls. Teams are the different divisions that will be played, and so it's going to be a huge number of games that's going to be played. The primary gym obviously is the NWP Wolves Den, which is the refurbished gym. That's lots of paintwork that's been done. Brand new floor. It's outstanding in reference to it performing on that particular floor. Like I said, they got paint on the walls. New colors are in. It's really a beautiful place to play. Other schools are going to be used throughout the community, and we have some really good gyms in the different schools. And as a fellow that runs on them for basketball reffing, the schools have done really well in getting these facilities, and they are so good. So there's going to be a lot of good gyms they're going to be using. The finals are going to be played in at the Wolves Den, and I must admit, one thing I've always appreciated is when they do the finals, they set it up just as the college teams play. So they have all the table folks, the music is being played, the announcer is there. It's just an exciting time to be a part of that. And the thing with it is that I don't know if other tournaments have the ability to change their gym into what we do at NWP for the finals. So it gives a real opportunity for these kids to experience something really nice. So that's the Howlers Cup. If you're, I hope you're already registered, and plans are being made to come and watch the teams. There's going to be a ton of games, and be a part of the Howlers Cup. And there's a good saving by Evan Dirksen, and we have a whistle that's called. So that's the end of the first half.
We'll see you back here.
And so we have a 0-0 score. There's been some outstanding plays to mention. We're going to take about a 10-minute break, and then we'll be back with second half action. Thank you. Welcome back to the second half of the game between the Lakeland College Rustlers and your NWP Wolves. We have a couple of substitutions in the game now. In for the Rustlers, midfielder number 14, Aidan Harley. And also striker number 26, Alexander Harashuk. And so they are in the game now for the Rustlers, who are going to get first possession of the game. And it's a scoreless game. It's 0-0. Teams are playing very well, and they're off and running. So the other thing, too, just to remind folks, is at the end of the game, we have the player of the game presentation. It's the opportunity to recognize the outstanding performance by a player from each team. And it's just really a nice, oh, there's a nice interception, and there comes some really quick running. And that's taken away there by the Wolves and sent by. But we're going to have the player of the game. Outstanding performance by a player from each team. And they're recognized with the player of the game distinction. And we do that presentation immediately following the end of the game. Now, the thing with it is, just to let you know, we also, because of the smoke situation, the officials are watching it closely. And if it gets to be a certain extent, I think there's when the air quality is a certain level, whatever that level may be, then they have a maximum that they can play a game. So instead of going 90 minutes, excuse me, then they could play 60 minutes. So the thing is that we're going to be watching things a little closely. And like I say, if there is the chance where the Al Jaworski, the number one official, calls the game early, it's for no other reason than the health of the players. And right now it's a little hazy out here, and so we're hoping that with the wind that we're experiencing, that it blows that smoke away so that the boys can play to the full 90 minutes. You know, the effort that team or players are making from both teams is just fantastic. And especially, they say, this is the first games of the year. And so they might have played some exhibition games, but that would be very few. But to be able to play as well as they're doing right now, I think it's just fantastic. It's a credit to the players and their tenacity. And that comes out. And they've got three guys on him, but he's trying to get, comes in there, comes the ball back into the center. Oh, he says keep playing. And there the ball goes nicely out of bounds. And so Brian Shirk from the Adventure Physio is here. They do the training for the teams, and they help out with the opposition teams as well. It's a costly thing in reference to all the travel that ACAC does. So Brian does a great job, he and his crew from Adventure Physiotherapy, in reference to taking care of the athletes and coaches, and in some cases even the officials. Well, they had some nice pressure going on there. It was broken up by the Rustlers, who now take it down. And boy, there's that ball that goes through, and I think that might be an offside. And I should even mention, we have Stella Hartford. She's from Grande Prairie, and she's on the lines. And it's really good to see those young individuals coming forward to do some officiating. If you don't have the officials, you can't play the game. And so we're really pleased that we have people that come out. Our thank you very much to the officials for doing the work that they do. And without them, like I said, we can't have the game. And they're always under more pressure than anybody. So it's really good. Our thanks to the officials, and anybody having a desire to be a part of the game and can contribute as being an official, please get in touch with Alberta Soccer and find out what the processes are and see what you can do in making the game a better game. Rustlers now regrouping and getting things sent back up. A little bit of pressure by the Wolves. And that ball is going to go out of bounds. Yep. So Coach Rojas is picking that one up and giving it to his player, as the Wolves are going to have the throw in. So I mentioned the Hollers Cup is coming up. Don't worry about anything. Oh, yeah. Okay. Players, you just let it go. Just let it go. Just take it easy. Just keep playing. You got some good officials here. So, I mentioned the Howlers Cup. There's also Wolves Run with Wolf. And that takes place on September the 25th. And it will be held at the Wapiti Nordic Ski Trails. There's all kinds of distances. And they have, when they run this, they do, during the day, they have events. And it's for youth, and they really do have the schools in the Grande Prairie area participate. And then later on, we have the adults and the rest of the family members who participate. And it's like 5K, 10K. So run with the Wolves. That takes place September the 25th. If you're interested, get in touch, please, with Wolves Athletics. James Phillips is the athletic director. Krista Mitchell is in charge of events for the Wolves Athletics. And they will be able to provide you with details. But it's a great event to be a part of. And I think there's even a keepsake. Everybody gets a finisher's medal, and then a little frustration there on the part of the Wolves. Number 17, Bernard Pattyfoot. But you just got to keep going. So now here's one of the things that I really enjoy watching is that when you see players or teams that do really good passing, and you've seen some examples of it already, but that tic-tac-toe passing and then down the field, you really then can create things. When it gets a little more difficult to do that is when you get into a position where there's a number of defenders that can come upon you. And so I think, what do I know, but what I think that if you can really get that part of it where you can continue to keep the positionings out and get the spread of the field done and get that quick passing going, opportunities are going to be that much better. And it's always nice when you can make that break and then you're on your way in trying to score a goal. So here's the free kick. And nice save by Jack Shand as he got up quickly and got that one in very quickly. Gets that one down the field. These guys are quick. We have, who's that, number 11, Yasin Hassan, and he's into Joshua Mellon, and he sends the ball. Goes wide of the net. And so it's going to be a goal kick. But the quickness, how fast, when you take it from Jack Shen, the goalkeeper, who runs up, gets that ball, and then throws it very well down, and then off they go, and then they have a chance for a shot on goal. Things are working really good. So it's a really nice example of how you can really play the entire field and get things going. Oh, I just missed the point. I think he was trying to get it down to Bernard Pattyfoot and went the other way. There's that Aiden Harley who just came in. He had the ball there, and now is hustling back on defense as the Wolves are going to take the ball off the throw-in. And it goes back. Then they're sending everybody settle down. Let's get things set up and where we're going to go with it. So here come the Wolves coming down to the near side. And he sends it back over into the center. And he sends it up onto the wing, and he lets it go so that the next player then picks it up. I wish I knew their names, but I can't see their numbers, and I can't see exactly who it is. So there's that one going out. Oh, and I think he was trying to get out to Bernard Pattyfoot on the outside. But there's good jostling by both players, and the play carries on. Good work. Keep going, folks. Keep going. Oh, a nice play there by Evan Dirksen. Oh, man, that's going to go. Which way is it going? Yeah, it's going over to the Wolves. Nice play there. Goalies have been good. I think Evan's been around. Like I said, he had a really good year last year, and he hasn't missed a beat as they get ready and start this particular season. So here come the Wolves, getting things all set up with their defense and getting everything aligned. And he gets it. Goes into the center and out now to the wing. Out. There's Bernard Pettyfoot with it. He can do some really neat ball handling with his feet there. And then just round into the corner. Back to Bernard Pettyfoot. And then watch this. Look at the quickness. And then gets that ball to come across. Oh. And he gets that one back, and it's just a little too far for his man. He gets back there and turns around and sends it up on the wing, and he gets it back. And there's that play. If you can, the more you can get that tic-tac-toe. They just didn't quite make it happen on that one, but nice play. Keeps that ball moving. I tell you, if you got that ball moving that fast, that quickly, you're really making the defense work. So it provides. Oh, we got an offside call. So it's going to come back and on the offside. But that's the other thing, that when you notice that when you're watching the game and you see that part of it, you have to see the defense really reacting quickly. And again, positional play on offense and defense. You have to know where you are, where people are, and how things are going to move forward. And then when somebody gets the ball, what's your role? Then this fellow has got to get down, get the ball, keep it in play, and then it gets it back. They want to get that, the play carries on, so they want to get themselves positioned to make that opportunity for a shot on goal. And that's coming over. I think they wanted that really that much further over to the side here, and wasn't able to make it. But there's the defender, gets it back to Evan Dirksen, then goes out to the other side. So on that particular play before, they had the Wolves defender coming up with the ball, and he was getting ready. They just couldn't quite get it to him. And again, it's just it's not that they don't have the strength to get it there. When you're battling the winds that come up, and they're gusty, so you never know exactly what's happening with it. But they're doing really good stuff. I think what I had heard is that when these... Oh, what a neat little play. I got to find out who that one is. That was by Joshua Mellon. What a neat little play he had there. Good job, Joshua. Here come the Wolves. Hey, here they are, setting things up. Bernard Pettyfoot, that was from Ivan Romanchuk. There's that pass over into the far side. Oh, there you saw the player coming in and then realize that ball's still flying, going through the air at the run back. That's just that other little thing that you're always trying to adjust for, is the wind. And I think that when I looked over, I think I saw some of the Wolves players saying, let's keep the ball down a little lower. So I think they're trying to take as much of the wind out of play as possible. Okay, that's called down. And so Wolves are going back on defense, and the free kick is going to be taken by Lakeland. And El Jaworski is pulling the Wolves back to be the obligatory 10 yards. So he's moving them back a little bit more. And there we're all set to go now. That's a nice low kick. And there's Bernard Pettyfoot, and he sets it up to the wing, and it's not quite on line. Goes out of bounds. It's going to go over to the Rustlers. So, all Wolves alumni, please make sure you get in touch with James Phillips. They want to start communicating with you and letting you know about games, schedules, events that are going on. We do put together alumni weekends. They want to let you know about that. Please get in touch with James and give me your contact information so that you can be on the list. And then we're going to have some substitutions coming in for Lakeland. I just see right now we got number 6, Miguel Labelle Bilodeau. And I think that was number 20. And if that was number 20, it was Ben Tao. I think they were the ones that were subbed off after the first, so they're probably just going back in. And all in those efforts, you want to make do. And yep. So there's a really good example of how quick you have to be. Oh, and that's a yellow card. And I don't know which player that was, but that was a yellow card that was issued to the Wolves, and it's going to be a free kick. And so you're going to see the defenders all lining up, and you're going to see the offensive players, the Rustlers, are going to line things up. So yellow then he's... Yep, and then coming back in is Bentao and number 6, Miguel Lamel Bilodeau. So now they're...
Return is number 20, Bentao. And also entering the game once again, number 6, Miguel Lamel.
And here they go, and they're coming off and picking up the... Oh, that was good. All right, congratulations, guys, and well played out there. So it's always nice to have the excitement going. And I really do appreciate it when they try to get players into the game. Like I said, it's a short season. Oh, nice header. And fortunate for the Wolves, nice goal play. So Evan Dirksen followed that one, tracked it down, but a nice kick by the Rustlers in there and the good header. So an opportunity that they took advantage. And so here comes the Wolves, and they're trying to get, but they're really going at it, and it's going to go the other way. And so foul called on the Wolves player, really digging in hard to try to get around. But the nice thing with when you see the players on both sides, they have really good defensive positioning and stance to hold off the opposition that come in and around, and they really can protect the ball that way. And so good on them for getting it done. It's frustrating for the players, but that's be the game. The Rustlers are kind of moving this one around. I think they wanted that a little higher up on the initial pass, but here they come. Well, their Wolves are really pushing hard, and Al Jaworski's telling them to settle down. And the ball goes all the way over to the far side. And there's the ball that's coming in, and that goes out of bounds, so it's going to be a goal kick. Nicely done. So the Wolves have a chance to kind of turn the tide, get things going around. My understanding, I don't know if I finished off the comment, but I think what I had heard was they had played an exhibition game, being Lakeland and NWP, and it ended up in a scoreless tie. And right now we are in a scoreless tie, and that's the nice thing about when you have that is you have good plays on both sides of the ball. So you have players that really work well. They know their positions, and I'm really excited for our Wolves. David Rojas is a young coach. He's doing a great job with the program. He's attracting some really good players, and like I said, when he played, actually, he was an outstanding player to watch. And so we have a bright future with actually David Rojas and Kat as well in reference to in their coaching roles for both the men's and the women's teams. So we'll keep things going, but this is like they're going at it. They're not really giving you an inch on either team, and it just calls for great play. You have to, there's team play, and then there's also you have to be really good on the individual play. And there goes that ball, nicely trapped there by the Rustlers. Oh, look at this! I think that's Joshua Mellon, and a nice defensive play. Oh, and unfortunately just couldn't save it, but it goes out of bounds, so it's going to be the throw in by the Rustlers. It's over, but a nice play on the defensive side by the Wolves to get back. I tell you, when you see that sprinting, that's Joshua Mellon. He moves. Oh, that was knocked out of play. Out of dangerous area in front of the goalie. So a good hitter there to knock it away, and then they then kick it out of bounds. So then the throw-in is on the far sideline by the Rustlers. And there's a neat little kick pass there by the Wolves, and he sends it up. There's that curve that's coming, not what you wanted, but there's Bernard, and he's trying to stay in front. He's trying to hold that guy off. And so there he's got him holding off, and he keeps playing. Oh, almost had it. There by number 6 for the Logan Reed. Almost was able to keep that one in play. That would have been really neat if he could have done that. It was a really behind the back kind of. Anyway, it's off to the Rustlers, and they're now setting up and making their move downfield. And the defense is really kind of taking a look at where the players are being positioned. Oh, a nice play there by the Wolves. There's Bernard Pattyfoot with it. He's trying to make something happen. And the defensive move there. Now back over. No, that's Logan Reed. He's trying to. And he's just letting him play on. Ooh, there goes the header. And blocks that one in. So now they've got it back to Evan Dirksen, and he ended up giving it right up to the Rustlers. But good play in breaking up the offensive threat by the Rustlers. Oh. Brought it right back out. Rustlers are now have it, reversing the ball around to the far side, looking for that opportunity to get it back in. And the defense is getting ready, but that was a nice, nifty move to get around. And that one's a nice shot, but it's over the goal, so it's going to be a goal kick for the Wolves. Nice shot, though. That's part of that is where you can see it. That ball was a little bit lower as opposed to a high ball, and then it wasn't affected as much by the wind. So a well-placed kick by the Rustlers on that one. And here come the Wolves now getting set to mount their attack. Ball's going back to Evan Dirksen, brings it to the far side, and to see where he can go with it. And he pounds that one down, and that's sent back. Oh, I think that was a handball is what they're calling it. And so it's going to be the Wolves. And they're ready to mount the attack. And bringing it back, I don't know. I think Al Jaworski is just talking with a player. I think part of it that I appreciate about the officials is that it gets very annoying and frustrating for the players in reference to saying I'm getting hit or whatever it is. When you have an official that will actually talk to the player and explain it to them or let them know what's going on, it just kind of takes care of some of that stuff. So that's I really do appreciate officials who work with the players to make sure that they're trying to eliminate as much of the frustration as they possibly can and just have them play on. Oh, and that was nicely done by the defense to get that out of the danger zone of the Rustlers perhaps getting a shot on goal. And there's another one, and it's high over. And so now if you're playing football, that would be a field goal. But it's going to be a goal kick from that far side. So don't forget, ACAC Women's and Men's Soccer Championships here in Grande Prairie, October 25th to the 27th. Run with the Wolves, September the 25th. The Howlers Cup is September 2021. I think there's even an ACAC Grand Prix coming up here and it could be even next weekend, which will take place out up at the Wapiti Nordic Ski Trail. So lots of things coming up. It's a good idea to stay in touch. Check out the website for Wolves Athletics and find out about those things that are coming along. And then again, the President's Ball, October the 19th at the Terra Center. That's going to be a fun event. So do your best if you can, make it in so you can enjoy the really good evening of entertainment and socialization, camaraderie, friendship. So have a good time. And it's going to be the Wolves ball. And right now, the nice thing is we're still playing. And it's going right back over to the other side, and that's going to be Rustlers' ball. So perhaps a wee bit of miscommunication or no communication on the part of the Wolves as to where things were going to be going. So now the defense gets structured and set up. I like that really quick passing. There it is, setting things up now, getting as many players out in front of you as you possibly can. And, and the fellow rusher looked at that and said, "What?" That was a little low at where it should have been. So a nice move, but it puts the ball out of bounds and it goes to the Rustlers. And so that went off the leg of the Wolves, and it's going to be a corner kick. So always a dangerous play. And so now we have a substitution coming into the game now for the Rustlers. Not when he can get in. A fullback, number 30, Oba Nassar. Nassar is going to be coming in. And so they're trying to get the attention of Al Jaworski so they can let that man in, but he's just not coming in yet. Oh, there's that ball. I think it stayed in play and in the field. And so Nassar is coming in. So he's trying to get him off because they're really trying to play as much of this game as they possibly can. Oba Nassar back or in the game.
For the Lakeland Rustlers entering the game, fullback number 30, Oba Nassar.
And he's taken off, number 11, Yasin Hassan. And that went off the head, I think, of one of the Wolves and over to the far side. It must have gone off the head of one of the Rustlers because it looks like it's going to be Wolves throw in. They're questioning it, but it seems like Al's going to... Oh, no, there he goes. So it's going to go over to the Rustlers, so it was off the head of one of the Wolves players, and so he's made the adjustment to it, and now we're all set for a throw-in by the Rustlers over on the far side of the field, and you can already see them setting up inside the goal crease, looking at getting that ball. What a throw. And that was blocked there by the Wolves. Another shot, and that one's going wide, and so it's going to be a goal kick. So defensively, the Wolves are holding their own and doing some good work. Coach Rojas seems to be appreciative of some of the play of his players, as he should be. As we get ready for this, Evan Dirksen with the goal kick. But you can see as well that there are very few players on the Rustler side of half. Oh, there comes the ball. Now you got to run. You got to go. Trying to get in there, trying to intercept those quick passes. That one was done, and you have to maintain that now. There it is. Good control of the ball. Sending it in, going in. And, of course, he minds it off, so it's going to be a goal kick. And Jack Shed spends no time in getting that ball back into play. And so I think he's making him do it again. I tell you, he knows what he's doing. Oh, there we go. Now he's set. But they're really trying to keep that ball moving. It's just if you can keep that pressure on the opposition, that's exactly what you want to happen. It becomes a whole lot easier to defend things when it's always in their end. And that ball comes up. Here they are trying to get that ball in again. And I don't know if they're going to be there in time. And so it's going to go to a goal kick again. Again, the Rustler defenders doing a good job of keeping the Wolves forwards away from the ball, which allows it then to go out of bounds. And as such, it becomes then a goal kick. That's a good kick. Good header by the Wolves, and he gets that in. Player, that was intercepted a little bit, but there's the play again by the Wolves. Trying to get things going here. Makes a nice move, gets it in, I think he was expecting the player to come along. Oh, no. No. And there's Evan Dirksen, very nicely done. I thought that was offside. I can't see as much. Oh, and I think that's it. He's going to call the game. So at the end of the game, it's a 0-0 tie. We're going to have the player of the game presentations coming up momentarily. Outstanding performances from each team. I tell you, folks, this was a really good game. It's so good to see this continuous play going on by both teams. Boy, I tell you, they did fantastic work. It was a joy to watch the plays. I'm looking forward to upcoming games when I can actually get up a little bit higher and get a better view of things. But congratulations to both teams on an outstanding game. And then a reminder, anybody that's going to be wanting to watch the games, although I don't think we're going to be live tomorrow, but the games are going to be at 10 and 12. Women at 10 and the men at 12 to try to get in full games before the smoke really becomes so bad. So, presenting the Player of the Game awards is going to be the new athletic director, James Phillips. And he's ready. He's got his shirts ready, and the teams are coming out. And once we get the Player of the Game done, we're going to say farewell. Thank you all very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the game.
Presentation of the Player of the Game awards. Presenting this afternoon's awards. Make some noise for Northwestern Polytechnic's Athletic Director, James Phillips.
And first of all, for the Lakeland Rustlers.
College Rustlers. Put your hands together for center back number 17, Jonah Elliott.
So, number 17 for the Lakeland Rustlers, Jonah Elliott. Center back is the man who gets the Player of the Game
for
the
your
Lakeland Rustlers.
Northwestern Polytechnic Wolves. Make some noise for the right back out of Fort St. John, BC, number 15, Andrew Jackson.
Andrew Jackson is the man who gets it for the Wolves, and congratulations to both players on outstanding performances. It was great to watch them play, and congratulations to both teams on their great play. And tomorrow's games are 10 and 12, and we hope that you get a chance to watch them no matter where you are. Thank you all very much, and have a really good evening.
Tomorrow.